Right, guys, this training is called It's All About Them. So, what do I mean by it's all about them? When you're recruiting people into this business, you're going to recruit all sorts of different types of people. Okay. Now, a lot of you, so you're going to recruit all kinds of different people. It's looking for an extra income, they're looking to earn money, and we give them some retail solutions in order to earn that money. Now, we all know that there's two retail solutions. The first one is social media through Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. A lot of people are using these other platforms to generate inquiries actually into their Facebook account. I know I use Pinterest and I always put the link back to my Facebook group, and occasionally you get a couple of people joining your group and using these other sites to generate traffic into your group. However, there are people out there that don't like social media or don't like social media or don't like the internet and things like that, and they're cataloging. There's also a lot of people in the business that were already catalogers who have got into a routine and got into a system, and they're more comfortable with doing catalogs and social media. So those really are the two retail solutions that are active and working in kleeneze at the moment. So if you're recruiting, and the chances are if you're a social media retailer or somebody building a large organization or a large group of people, then there's a good chance that you actually came from a Facebook advert. So you'll be doing Facebook advertising yourself. Now, you're going to find Facebook users through Facebook advertising because they're obviously already on there, they're using the internet, they're on Facebook, that's how they came across your business. So very likely they're going to warm to the Facebook system, they're going to get involved with the online selling and building a group and the competitions and all that sort of stuff because they're already a social media user. That's how you found them. So naturally, all you're going to do is teach them the Facebook system. Okay, it goes without saying. However, we also have people using the ad pool. Now, I'd seriously recommend, if you're the kind of person who definitely wants to be in Mexico next year, who's up for the 90-day challenge that I set in one of the chat groups, which is to sponsor 30 people in 90 days, that's 10 people a period, I guarantee, well, not guarantee, but I pretty much doubt that you will get all your leads or the right quantity of leads from Facebook advertising alone. And we probably recommend, or I would recommend, that you join the ad pool. Now, the thing is, in the ad pool, a lot of those inquiries are coming from job adverts. We recruit from job sites, all right? And a lot of these people are going to come from the ad pool. They're not particularly Facebook users. Okay, these people are from all walks of life, all backgrounds, that are just looking for something that they can do from home. So you're going to get a mix of people who love the internet and use the internet, but you're also going to get people who hate the internet and social media. But they still deserve to have a retail solution. How do I know this? Because basically you're going to get your clerical and admin types. All right, how many of you on this webinar would look for an administration job, or maybe something working on a computer, or sat behind a desk wearing a collar and tie, or doing something that isn't really physically manual? But there's also another breed of person out there that loves manual labor types. Okay, these people that in a masculine world, in a male world, who want to drive diggers, drive forklift trucks, work in warehouses, they work outside, forestry commission, things like that. Okay, especially for the male population. And I know there are a lot of women that like to do that sort of stuff as well. But me personally, the thought of sitting behind a desk and pushing a pen all my life and sitting on a computer just did not appeal. Hence why I joined the army, or I was a driving instructor, or I worked in warehouses, because it just did not appeal to me sitting behind a computer. And you're going to get these kind of people looking at your business. I also use Facebook, guys. I use it to keep in touch with my friends and everything else. But it wasn't a way that I wanted to build a business. So you're going to find some manual laborers on your Facebook adverts as well. So remember, it's about them and it's not about you. So that means, what do they want to do? What is it that that person's looking for? When you're recruiting, we need to ask the question, or we need to say to people, well, look, there's two ways in which we find customers. We've got social media and online, and we've got local delivery of catalogues, or catalogue delivery in your local area. Which would you prefer to do? What suits you best? Because I know there's some people out there that want to do catalogues, and I also know there's a lot of people out there who want to do just Facebook. Okay, so give them the option. However, as a sponsor, as somebody who's bringing people into this business, if you want to be bronze, if you want to be gold or senior or bronze exec and go to Mexico, you're going to need to be confident at teaching both systems. It doesn't mean you have to do both systems. It doesn't mean you have to be actively putting out catalogues or actively posting on Facebook, but you need to understand both systems. Now, don't panic if you don't know them straight away, because the whole point is that you learn and develop. You didn't know the social media system until you were taught it. However, the people who were already in the business and cataloguing have all had to learn the social media system so that we can teach it to the people who want to come in and do Facebook. However, those people that want to be team leaders and come in to do Facebook, have you learned the catalogue system? Do you fully understand it? Do you know what's involved? Could you teach? Are you confident at teaching both? Don't panic if the answer is no, because through a series of webinars and that, we are going to be constantly teaching both systems so that we can help and support everybody. So even if you don't know the answers, other people do, and you can plug them into us so that we can help and support them as a team. Okay? Oops, going backwards. Now then, on the other hand, what's also going to happen is you're going to get people that join to do Facebook who then decide to go on and do some catalogues. Is there anybody on this webinar tonight who's made that decision to not only just do social media, but also to do catalogues alongside social media? Okay, because I know that it's a good idea to give out catalogues to your customers, and I'm going to cover something on that. I meant to put it in the training tonight and I forgot, but I will briefly go over that actually. And there's people that's going to do catalogues that'll then decide to go on and do social media as well. So yeah, just look at all these people that are doing both, and they've had great success online, and you'll have great success with the catalogues as well, I'm sure. Now then, here's a tip, guys. I would seriously recommend that you keep some kind of list, record, spreadsheet, or I don't know if you can do it on Facebook, but I will keep some kind of list of everybody who orders from you, especially online, okay? And I would, it might even be worth having two lists, those of the people who are local, within delivery distance, personal delivery distance, and those people who are outside of your local area that would need to pay for a delivery charge, okay? Have these two lists. As you build up the lists, break your numbers down over 4 weeks. So put your list in quarters, quarter of the people. And I would make sure that every customer gets a catalogue, even if you need to post them out to people. Now, I would only send one catalogue. You may start with a K-Life catalogue, or you may give them a kleeneze catalogue. But as you know, there's a series of catalogues available. But just start with one. And give them a catalogue to keep, okay? What I would do then is once a week email 1 quarter of message through Facebook, because they're Facebook customers, online customers, message through Facebook once a week 1 quarter of your people. So 1 quarter of your local and 1 quarter of your distance people. And just put a simple message that says, "Hi John, Thanks for your previous order. I hope everything was to your satisfaction and you're happy with the service you've received. I'm just dropping you a quick line to let you know I'm putting on an order this week. Or sorry, I'm just dropping you a quick line. I'll send this out, so don't copy it word for word. But I'm just dropping you a quick line to let you know that I'm placing an order shortly. And if you would like anything by Friday, I would need your order before 3 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon. Don't feel obliged to order anything, it's just that I'm in your area and wondered if you were short of anything. Thanks again for your previous order, really appreciate it. Your friend, and then put your name. Okay? The reason we leave catalogues with people for just a couple of days is because it gives them the sense of urgency to have a look, order something, and put the catalogue back out on the doorstep. If you leave a catalogue with somebody permanently, there is no sense of urgency. They put it in a bookcase, they put it in a magazine rack, and they never look at the catalogue. That's why we don't just give catalogues to everybody and wait for the orders to come in, because it won't happen. However, if you give a prompt and a simple message to your customers, and like I say, not all of them in the same week, but a quarter of them once a week over a 4-week period, you will start to generate more and more orders online from catalogue orders over and above what you're getting on your Facebook page as well. Okay, so that will give you a lot more income and get you a lot more orders to place each week, easily getting you over your £250 of orders. If they are at distance, then obviously you just put I'm placing an order this week. If you would like to order, remember it's £3.95 delivery charge for orders under £50. However, it's free delivery for orders over £50. And you will find customers that regularly order over £50 because we have them in the catalogue, and they will also do so online as you build a relationship with them. Okay, so like I say, you need to understand both systems, the catalogue system and the social media system, so that you can teach both to everyone. Okay, well, you can teach whatever's appropriate to that particular person, or you can at least find where to give them the information. So remember, it's about them. So very simple system for the retail with Facebook. There's lots of information about this at the moment. I think everybody on the webinar at the moment knows the retail system. If not, your sponsors certainly will, because they've been in long enough to know it. But very briefly, use the videos at the 10steps.info to get people started. Okay, remember, we direct them to the resource site, we get them plugged into those videos. I'm not going to go through the full getting started session of somebody retailing online. Use the induction webinars. They're every single evening at 7 o'clock. Okay, and I think there's one on a Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock as well. The team webinars, that's what these are here for. The team webinars are going to teach people how to do online. We're going to teach people how to build groups. It's all about building a bigger network. And again, if you're not interested in building a team, that is perfectly okay. Don't feel that you have to go down the road of everybody else. However, if you are interested in making the bigger money, don't dare think you cannot do it, because I promise you, every single one of you can do it. So if you want more, you deserve more, you certainly, why not have more? Because we can help you do it. If you don't want it, if you really don't want it, then don't feel pushed into having anything you don't want. But if you do want it, don't let fear stop you from getting it. Okay? So, catalogue retail. Again, use the resource site, the getting started catalogues bit. Okay? One thing I forgot to put on there, again, is the induction webinar. There is one induction webinar for catalogue presenting, which is on a Thursday afternoon at 1:30. So because there's not as many people joining to do catalogues, there's only one induction webinar. So a lot of these will be done by yourselves over Skype. Okay, if you need any help with any induction webinars, let me know. If somebody can't do the 1:30 one and we've got a few people that need another time, I'm more than willing to arrange another time to get 3 or 4 people on an induction webinar for catalogues. Okay, I want people to advocate both systems just as competently as each other. They both work, they're both acceptable. It's just completely up to the individual which one they do. Things that you need to know, guys, when presenting catalogues. So if someone rings you up and says it's not working, it's not doing what I want, there's some simple questions you need to find out. One of the things is, how many books do they need to be working with? Do you know how many books on a regular basis they must be putting out in order to make it work? All right, these are things that will come out on other trainings as we actually break it down and do a training for each system, so that the detail is there. But at the moment, this is just an overview of things that you need to know. So how many books do they need to do a week? The answer to that is 100 to 150 catalogues a week presented, if they're doing proper catalogue presenting. If they're just doing online and they got some catalogues to give to family and friends and neighbours and customers, then that's fine. That's not the same thing. We're talking here actually using the catalogues to generate an income. Where do they find the slips and how do they use them? Now, on the resource site, Getting Started Catalogues, there are lots of different slips to help somebody with a retail business. But do you know what slips they need? Do you know what needs to be on those slips? Do you know what to do with the "sorry I missed you" slips? How many times do they go back for stragglers? What can they expect or not expect? Again, this is information that the people who's been in the business a while all know, but those of you who are building a team and get somebody who wants to do catalogues and doesn't want to do Facebook, then you're gonna need to, these are things you need to be learning. Again, don't panic if you don't already have the answers. We know the answers. Just pick up the phone and ask. That's how you learn the answers. What is likely to happen to them? What experiences are they likely to come across? Because pre-warned is pre-armed. They want to know what's likely going to happen when customers answer the door, or somebody puts the catalogue out, or somebody says, can I keep it for a couple of days, and then they still don't order. How do you deal with those situations with a new person? How do you handle their frustrations, their irritations? Pretty much the same as what you do on Facebook now. If somebody says a customer's ordered and then decided they don't want the order, do you know what? That happens with the catalogues as well. Somebody orders, you order the stuff, and you can't even get hold of them ever again. That happens as well with the catalogues. You go to deliver the goods, and all of a sudden they've left the country. Okay? But you've got to know the positives as well as the negatives, so that you can help somebody get over these challenges. As a sponsor, as a leader, that's what our job is. It's to help people see beyond the immediate challenges. Where do you find the Presenting Catalogues training video? Again, you don't have to do all the work. All the information is on that training video. Give them, if they go onto the Liberty K group and just type in "present" in the search for searching the page, the training will come up. I think it's called "What Do I Do with These Catalogue Things?" All right, but the training comes up on how to present the catalogues. Just because you've tagged them in it doesn't mean they've watched it. Just because they've clicked on the video doesn't mean they've watched it. My advice would be to ask them a series of questions that you know the answers to see if they've watched it. Now, they may not be able to answer all the questions even if they've watched it, but if they can't answer any, you know they've definitely not watched it. So make sure they understand what they need to do. So, for instance, if you ring them up, just say, did you watch the video? They're obviously going to say yes, because nobody ever wants to go, no, I haven't done my homework. They say yes, and you say, oh, great, fantastic. So do you understand how many catalogues you have to deliver every week? And when they go yes, just say, can I just clarify, how many is that? And see what they say. Okay? What's likely to happen when you put out your catalogues? How many people are likely to order or not order? Okay? These are things that we're all going to learn as a team, because I'm learning how to do Facebook. I'm learning how to generate orders on there, which I've had sales. I'm building a group. Okay, I'm doing everything that everyone else is doing. So if I'm willing to learn the other side of the system so that I can help you guys as sponsors, again, if you don't want to be a sponsor, that's cool. But as sponsors, those of you that said you want to go to Mexico, you need to be learning, because if you've got people doing catalogs and people doing Facebook, you're going to get there a damn sight quicker, and your check's going to go up massively as well. Oh, that's the end. That's it. So, guys, if you've any questions or anything like that, regards retailing or anything, just let us know. We will. What's happening? Hang on, let me get back to it. There we go. Just let us know. There's enough experience, there's enough people in the team that have the answers, but we all need to know what we're doing if we're building a team and helping other people, and value what the other person wants. We tend to try and make people do what we like rather than letting them do what they like. All right, I'll hand back over to Karen, and if she don't mention what I was going to mention, but I'm sure she will, I've put a ring around it. All right, thanks, Karen, and take it away.
Thanks.